So guys, I'm back and this is the outermost part of my box, and we're going to start embellishing this with papers, and I have them all here, and let's see. I do have one already done, and I'm going to grab the rest of my papers. And what I've done is I have double backed these. I have backed my packing paper on more of the black cardstock, just to add more stability and a bit of sturdiness to the outside of the box. So I'm just going to simply glue these pieces on. Like so. And then the next one. And the papers I'm using are by Eco Parks. It's a very old collection that I had in my stash. It's nearly vintage. I just love the color combination, and I hope you guys like the combination as well, the way I have put the whole thing together. So moving on to the next one, and I'm going to show you how I put this handle in there, because I want another one going on here as well. I'd already double layered it, and I just poked those holes so that I could put in some brads. And let me just grab my brads. I'm using the teeny tiny brads from Tim Holtz. I'm going to just need two. So I'm just going to put this through. And you're going to just put this down on this edge. Oops. Maybe perhaps a little bit more. You have to see your, you have to line it up the right way, of course. And that's pretty secure. So that's my outside done, and for the inside I do have some really colorful pieces, and these again I double backed just to add more stability to the box, make it more rigid, and I'm just going to put them down. So this is my box for now, and you can see it's pretty sturdy. So I'm going to put this aside to dry, and I'm going to grab my next layer, and this is the layer where we did the flaps, and I'm going to show you. These are the flaps that we had created, and I just went ahead and I went ahead and added two magnets, so they would remain shut inside the box and would not fly open. And I already do have my papers on all 3 of these, so I'm just going to be adding the papers to the rest of my tag here. Wow, some insects. Okay, I think I don't know which way they go. Probably this way. Okay. So you do need to put your magnets down before you add your packing paper. And I'm just going to add. And I did round these. This little guy is attracted to my lighting here. So I have this one done, and I'm going to add the other one as well. I hope I am in frame. Just going to line this up, and I'm using really teeny tiny flat magnets, so it doesn't really interfere with keeps the pattern paper fairly flat, and is a really strong magnet, so they do work pretty well. You can hear them snap. This little guy is really irritating. Sorry about that. So I have my inside flaps all done, and I'm going to get rid of this guy. Whoa! Sorry about that. He flew away. So, and I'm going to just flip it around and okay, I hope he's gone for good. And I have my tacky tape on here because I'm going to be layering these guys. So I already have my tacky tape down there, and I have my pieces sorted for the outside of my second layer. And you can see I have cut a piece out to fit my panel here, and I double layered some more of the cardstock, and I added some eyelets for not eyelets, brads, heart-shaped brads for interest, and I created that belly band there. So I'm just going to be gluing these onto my and I've cut some little tags that go slide into the belly band like that. Like so, and I'm going to flip this side, and we're going to add our pattern papers for these inside squares. So that's my second layer done, just making sure I have all my sides and edges down. And I have a little boo-boo here. So I'm going to put this guy aside to dry, and I'm going to just grab my last layer. And this is the one where we created those 2 pockets, and I already have my tags in there. And how I intend this is I'm going to be adding, I already have my tacky tape on there, so I have the font going on the outside of my the box. Okay, so we have this layer done as well. So I'm going to grab all my layers and I'm just going to put this together. So I'm going to just pull out the backing of my tacky tape. And I'm just going to take my tags out as well, just so they don't interfere. And I'm just going to line up, so I'm going to just line up I'm going to do a dry fit, and I should have done this before, but I'm going to do it right now. Just going to see where I want how my edges to line up. I'm just going to so that's done. That's in, and we can add our tags. And you can do so many things to this. You can do different sorts of pockets and flaps and envelopes, accordions. The sky is the limit. So I'm just going to take the tape off this layer as well. And I'm going to again line up. I'm just going to open my flaps just so that I have a little bit of a flat surface. Sorry for getting my head in the frame, but there's no other way of doing this. And we have that one down. We can just close our flaps, and our little buddy is back. So it's rainy season here, so all of these insects are everywhere. And that's our box. And you can see it's really nice and colorful, and it's really sturdy. So we're putting this aside, and before we do that, I'm going to just, sorry about the crab. I'm going to put a few things on there. I have a whole Nicky Knack going on here. And I did want some feet on my box. So I'm just going to make a couple of marks for myself, about 1/2 inches. So I have them all nice and aligned. I'm just marking 1/2 inches from all the sides going to use my regular glue to glue these, and I hope as hell that they dry up before this video is done. Just adding, and you can use glossy accent, hot glue. I probably should have used hot glue, but this is what I just have right now. So I'm just putting gluing together 4 metal feet at the bottom. I'm going to carefully put this guy aside. So I have a little box here, and I've already gone ahead and layered my pattern paper on 3 sides, and I've done that for all the 4 sides of the lid. And for the top of the lid, I have a little piece here that I've already double backed with cardstock and pattern paper, and I have this little banner here, and I'm going to use this banner as a pull for the lid. So I'm just going to roughly place where I want my banner to go and poke a hole. And I think I'm going to just put my eyelid through first. And let's see, I think I'm going to use more of the hearts because that's what I did on the inside of the box. So I'm doing this one at a time because I want my piece to stay in place, not shift on me. So just kind of flatten it out, and then I'm going to curve it a bit, and I'm going to poke another hole. Just going to grab another brad. Just going to flatten out the prongs. I'm just gonna glue this on. Like so. So that's our lid for the teeny tiny box done. I'm just making sure it's stuck on there. I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to grab this guy. And what I intend to do with this is, sorry about the reach, I already have the backing and my piece cut here, and I'm going to grab a couple of magnets. And what I want to do is I'm going to add the magnets on the inside of the lid and this piece, so my lid remains shut inside my box. So to do that, I'm going to add my magnet first on the inside of my lid, and I'm just going to see which orientation I like best as the front of my lid. And of course this is going to be my front, so I'm going to take my magnet and I'm going to grab some tacky tape. like to use some tacky tape to get my magnets on there. So I'm going to get tacky tape on my magnets, and I'm just going to remove the backing and add the magnet right in the center of my lid, like that. And it does have the other magnet stuck on it. And I'm going to take this piece, the backing piece of my cardstock, and I'm going to glue this on in place. On the last side. And I'm going to remove the backing of my tacky tape on this magnet. I'm going to place the lid on the box and just going to press on that magnet there, and I hope that it gets stuck on, and there it is. It got stuck. So that's the perfect way of doing of getting magnets onto two different panels. We need to match them up, and I'm just going to cover that up with my pattern paper. Like so. And I did have a little piece of metal embellishment to decorate this little box, and I'm going to try on the magnet for size, and it closes pretty neatly, and you can hear that. So the magnet is going to hold your lid shut, and you can just open it up. So I'm going to place the lid on, and I'm going to glue this piece onto my the front of my little box. And we can just replace the lid, and we're done with the box. And let's work on the large lid. And I already have my side panels done for the box on 3 sides, and I'm going to be adding a closure to my box, and I've added this on one side, and I should have done this before, but mistakes happen. So I'm going to just glue this guy on to my last remaining side. Just flattening it out. Like so. And I'm going to grab my box, and I'm really hoping the feet are dry. They almost are. So I'm just going to be very careful with these. And I'm going to check the front of my box, and that would be this way, because the handles are going to be on the side. And I'm just going to close my box up, and I'm going to add my lid, like so. And I'm going to just measure my the placement for the other half of my latch. I'm just going to, and I should have done this before adding the pattern paper, but I got a bit carried away. So that's gonna cost me, but then I'll cover it up with something. I probably should have done this before, but I just got too carried away. And I'm gonna just grab my foam pad here and I'll poke some holes for my brads on the marks that I made. And we're nearly done with this box. How quick was that? I'm gonna grab some more brads. And let's see. I'm just going to attach our closure. And I'm still using the Tim Holtz mini brads. That's one done. Let's get the other one. And I'll have to cover up that patch there with something. Never mind, I already intended to decorate these pages, so I'm going to cover it up with something. So I'm just going to flatten out the prongs, get the last one in. That's it. So I'm just going to fit my lid and check my latch. The reason I was doing this on the side was I was sure the feet won't dry. This one just popped out. That's okay. And then there you go. You have your little latch. We can leave this aside to dry. I'm just going to finish off the rest of our lid. And I have this part all done. I've double matted it and I've added a little brass knob on the top. I'm just going to glue this guy in place right on top of my lid. I love using hardware. You can use die cuts, flowers, whatever you want to decorate your boxes. Me, I love using hardwares, brads, and magnets, but you can do so much with your boxes. And you're going to grab your scoreboard again and you're going to take a piece that measures 6 by 3 inches and you're going to score it at 3. I'm just going to fold it in like so, and I'm just going to be adding some just going to grab my little box and I'm hoping everything is dried up. I'll just take off the lid. I'm just going to add this little guy on the bottom of my box. before I do that, I'm just going to grab 2 more magnets and some more of my tacky tape. I'm just going to add some tape right in the middle of the box, like so. I have 1 magnet down there. I'm going to add some glue to this piece. And I'm just going to glue this guy on, and I'm going to take the other magnet and it's going to find the other one, like so. And I'm going to just add some tacky tape on the back of that, and I'm going to take this entire contraption and I'm going to stick it. And I'm really hoping my feet are dry. Let's see the front of my box, and this is the front of my box. Take the tacky tape off, but I might as well just use more tacky tape on my piece here. So I'm just going to add some tacky tape on the bottom of this panel. And you can see that I'm just going to remove the backing. And we're going to add this right in the center of our box here. This is going to snap right on, and if I carefully and I get that added space there to journaling and add more pictures, and I'm going to add some pattern papers on there as well. And I'm going to just close this entire thing up and show you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial of mine and this little explosion box. I'm going to be doing some embellishing and adding some more charms and die cuts and all. And do leave comments on my Facebook page, my blog and my YouTube channel, and the person with the most sweetest comment will win this explosion box. And this is for day 1. Hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and there's more to come. And I hope I did justice to all the requests that were coming towards me, and I want to keep up with doing more tutorials for you guys. So do leave your requests in the comment section and share this post as much as you can. And I'm going to choose one lucky winner who's going to win this little guy on the 23rd of May. Thank you so much. Do join me again and be with Arts and Craft for this birthday bonanza. Bye bye.